shout out for Trailbrew. Just done MDS, the 40th edition, the longest race I've done ever as a 63-year-old. And two things that are really important in this race is your feet, looking after your feet and your shoes, and your fueling. Trailbrew I use as my race fuel for during the stages. Reason why I use Trailbrew, really simple, it goes into the gut and it absorbs really quickly. My strategy for during the stages was to actually have 3 bottles. One bottle would be in my pocket up here, would be a strong mix of Trailbrew, so enough to actually last me the stage. So on the short stages, I'd have 3 to 4 scoops in there in one bottle. On 100k stage, I think I had 8 or 9 scoops in that bottle, so it almost became a gel, and that would last the entire stage. That I'd just simply be sipping at it. My other bottles I could actually look after with water. And I'd adjust that according to the checkpoints. So I'd have enough water to safely take me checkpoint to checkpoint. I didn't have to worry about fueling, how much I was having in terms of fuel, because it was in a separate bottle. Really worked well. Trailbrew, I used the neutral, purely because if you go for 7 days, you're actually drinking this stuff during the stage. If it's sweet, you're going to get sick of it, and you're going to get tired of it, and you're going to probably stop drinking. Neutral, yes, it's a bit bland at the beginning, but then as you get into the race, it actually becomes normalised, and you can actually just keep sipping it, no problem. Also had Trailbrew Electrolyte shoes, because you're actually drinking a lot of water, and you don't know how much with the amount of sweat you're losing with the heat of the desert. You have to keep topping up on electrolytes. And you have to decouple the electrolytes from the carbohydrates because of the amount of sweat you're losing and the amount you need to replace. So having those electrolyte tablets, which I'd have every checkpoint, I'd have 1 or 2 just to top out my sodium and the electrolytes. That was backed up a little bit by Marathon des Sables that get you to use stock cubes, good old stock cubes. So if everything gets too sweet, you throw one of these into your bottle, which dissolves and keeps you up to sodium. So it's a bit of an alternate to make sure after the race, between stages, you're keeping up on your sodium as well. Another strategy was Reby's, great little product. What these are, little strips of caffeine that goes, you put them on your tongue, they absorb 100 milligrams near the end of every stage run. Within 2 hours of the end, you have one of these. They give you a massive boost, particularly if you're not drinking coffee all day, which you haven't got in the desert anyway. I reckon, I was going from, in the sand 5 kilometers per hour to 6 quite easily once you take the Reby's. Just don't take them too early. A mistake I made on the 100k, because when they do run out, it leaves you in a bit of a hole. That mass fatigue, it only lasts for a certain amount of time, and then you can't use them twice. That's it. Trailbrew, I found, just interestingly, what I did do for my whole fuel strategy, rolled oats in the morning with cold water, just to get a good start to the day, protein and slow absorbed carbohydrates. Once I finished the stage, I'd have 2-minute noodles, just to get those carbohydrates back in. I'd add a little bit of olive oil to get some fats in there as well after the race. I'd also have, immediately after the stage, some protein powder with some carbohydrates, good old Australian sausagen. And then later on towards the evening, I'd have freeze-dried meals. Backcountry is the product I use, freeze-dried, but they're whole meals with all, once you rehydrate them, it is real food. It has all the minerals, vegetables, fats, everything in there. So it's good to have real food injected into it. And that's just really it. But all baseline stages, Trailbrew, highly recommend it. No need to, because you're actually going aerobic the whole race. you're not, you know, as a 63-year-old, but even I was in the middle of the pack of the whole race. You know, you're not going high intensity, so you don't need 90 grams, 120 grams of fuel. Yeah, I was basing mine on 40 to 50 grams an hour. Trailbrew just goes in, easy to use, nice product. That's it from the feeding place. But Trailbrew, thank you very much. Good product.